You think Japanese cars last forever because Toyota and Honda build better engines? Wrong. The average U.S. car dies at 156,000 miles, while Japanese owners routinely hit 500,000 on the same models. The difference? They warm their engines for 60 seconds before driving. They test their oil for a metal contamination every 3,000 miles. They keep service records like tax documents. I've torn down hundreds of these engines, American-owned versus Japanese-owned, and the results were undeniable. Let me be clear. You're not buying a better car. You're skipping the maintenance that makes it last. Here's the thing most people don't know. The secret isn't in the engineering blueprints. It's in a maintenance ritual most Americans have never heard of. I've been working on Japanese cars for 19 years, and here's what most people don't know. Japan sold 4.5 million vehicles in 2025. Half of them were kei cars, 660 cubic centimeters engines producing just 63 horsepower, barely 134 inches long. These micro-machines aren't lasting decades because they're over-engineered. They're surviving because Japanese owners treat them like medical patients. Constant monitoring, preventive care, meticulous records. I see the pattern in my shop every single day. Japanese imports with documented service histories, running strong past 300,000 miles. Domestic vehicles with spotty maintenance, failing at half that mileage. Here's the truth. This longevity culture isn't about patriotism or car enthusiasm. It's economic survival. When you're driving a car that costs significantly more than what Americans pay, you make it last. But what are these specific maintenance protocols that create this massive gap? Let me be clear about what Japanese owners actually do. They test their oil for metal contamination, soot buildup, and fuel dilution every 3,000 to 6,000 miles. They're treating their oil like blood work, checking for early warning signs before catastrophic failure. Most American drivers turn the key and immediately back out of the driveway. Japanese owners perform mandatory 30 to 60-second engine warm-ups before driving. Cold oil doesn't lubricate properly. You're grinding metal on metal during those first critical seconds. Japanese service intervals run every 5,000 to 10,000 kilometers. That's 3,000 to 6,000 miles. Americans stretch it to 7,500 or 10,000 miles because the manual says they can. Here's what the dealerships won't tell you. Those extended intervals are calculated for warranty survival, not maximum longevity. Toyota Camrys and Honda Accords documented in March 2026 exceeded 250,000 to 400,000 miles through these exact protocols. Not special editions, not hand-built, engines, the same cars sitting on American lots right now. The ritual isn't expensive, it's disciplined. Oil analysis, $30 to $50. Standard oil change, $60 to $80. These procedures cost under $100 each, but they happen twice as frequently as what Americans consider normal. But here's what I haven't told you yet. Even with perfect maintenance, there's a fundamental design philosophy difference that amplifies this longevity advantage. Here's what American car reviewers call boring. Kei cars limited to 63 horsepower and 134 inches long. They accelerate like a golf cart pulling a trailer. And that's exactly the point. These engines are engineered for longevity over performance. They run at 40 to 50% capacity during normal driving. The components never experience maximum stress. Bearings wear slowly. Cylinder walls stay smooth for hundreds of thousands of miles. American market demands power and acceleration. We want 0 to 60 in under 7 seconds. That means engines running at 70 to 80% capacity just to keep up with traffic. You're pushing components to their thermal and mechanical limits every single day. The boring reputation is intentional. Toyota showcased a next-generation Corolla concept with EV-ready platform architecture at the 2025 Japan Mobility Show. But you need to understand why that platform prioritizes a 300,000-mile lifespan over 0 to 60 times. Here's what nobody talks about. Japanese manufacturers build different specification engines for domestic versus export markets. The same model name, completely different stress engineering. For Toyota Camrys sold in Japan, the engine is detuned for efficiency and longevity. For American Camrys, it's tuned for passing power and highway merging. Same block, different philosophy. I've torn down both versions. The wear patterns tell the story. Japanese spec engines at 200,000 miles look like American spec engines at 80,000. But this entire longevity philosophy is now under threat from an unexpected source. And it's not what you think. The threat isn't American competition. It's evolution. The 2025 Japan Mobility Show ran late October through early November, drew over 1 million visitors, and showcased something I've never seen in 19 years of wrenching on Japanese cars: radical departures from the longevity playbook. Mazda unveiled an algae biofuel PHEV offering 100-mile EV range plus 500-mile total range while capturing atmospheric CO2. Longevity meets sustainability. The maintenance culture isn't dying, it's adapting. But here's what shocked me. China's BYD entered Japan's K-car market in 2025 with the Rako EV featuring a 20 kilowatt-hour battery and 112-mile range. The first non-Japanese kei car to compete in that sacred space in decades. Most American drivers don't understand what that means. Kei cars represent the ultimate expression of Japanese maintenance philosophy. Small, under-stressed, designed to outlast their owners. Now a Chinese EV manufacturer is betting they can replicate that reputation without the decades of cultural trust. Toyota showcased a next-generation Corolla concept with EV-ready platform architecture at the same show. But you need to understand why this matters. They're maintaining the maintenance-first philosophy while adding battery longevity protocols, cell-level diagnostics, thermal management systems designed for 15-year lifespans. Here's the truth. Japanese manufacturers are hedging that their maintenance culture will transfer to EV's meticulous battery health monitoring, thermal cycling protocols, charge management discipline. American makers are betting on disposability, lease cycles, planned obsolescence, batteries designed to survive the warranty period, and nothing more. Which brings us to the final question. Can this 500,000-mile maintenance culture survive electrification, or will EVs kill the longest-lasting cars ever built? Here's what I've learned after 19 years. The real secret was never Japanese engineering. It was a cultural refusal to treat cars as disposable appliances. You can replicate 80% of this longevity advantage right now. Oil analysis every 3,000 to 6,000 miles. 30 to 60-second warm-ups before driving. Service intervals that prioritize prevention over convenience. Easy math. $40 for oil testing versus $6,000 for an engine replacement. The EV transition creates uncertainty. Batteries degrade differently than engines. The maintenance rituals must evolve. But here's what most people don't know. It's already happening. EV battery diagnostic technology for used lithium-ion batteries was highlighted in December 2025 to address degradation concerns. Early Japanese EV adopters are already developing battery health monitoring protocols, cell-level analysis, thermal cycling discipline, charge management records, history repeating. Same obsessive monitoring, culture, different technology. The philosophy survives because it was never about the engine. It was about treating your vehicle like an investment, not a rental. And there's one specific maintenance hack that works on any car, any age, gas, or electric. I'm revealing it right now. The single most impactful protocol, oil analysis every 5,000 miles, costs $30, predicts bearing failures, ring wear, and coolant leaks months before catastrophic damage. Japanese longevity isn't magic. It's math, discipline, and refusing to ignore warning signs. Whether you're driving a gas engine or an EV, the principle remains identical. Treat your car like it has to last 20 years, and it will. Most American drivers will never do this. They'll keep junking cars at 156,000 miles and blaming the manufacturer. You're not most drivers. Drop a comment if you're already running oil analysis. Hit subscribe. Next video covers the $200 diagnostic tool that identifies every car problem before your mechanic does. What I'm about to show you will change how you interact with your car forever.